Oh, hello, my dear. You're home rather late today. I was starting to get worried. Is everything okay? You seem a little off. Yeah, why don't you come over and sit with me? Is something troubling you? You're more than welcome to talk to me about whatever's bothering you. I'm always happy to listen to you and provide you with comfort, my dear. Of course I won't pry if you don't want to talk about it, but I am here for you. And whatever was bothering you before won't bother you here. I'll keep you safe from whatever it was, okay? Now then, are you hungry? How about I make you something to eat? A meal prepared with love will make you feel better. Why are you taking out your phone? Did you hear what I said? I told you I'd cook for you. Or do you not trust my cooking abilities? You've taught me how to use the oven, and a smaller oven that spins the food around. So I would like to think I'm rather competent in the kitchen. Granted, I've only really cooked you things that have been partially cooked already. But I am more than capable of making you something from scratch. Other than being more convenient, the fundamentals of cooking and the ingredients haven't changed all that much. I've also learned quite a bit from the cooking shows I've been watching. They're rather informative, and I've memorized some of the more simple recipes. So you can relax. I promise you won't get food poisoning from my cooking. If you're that worried, you can always join me in the kitchen and we can cook together. I actually think it might do you some good, and I'd like to spend time with you now that you're home. Of course, if you want to stay out here, that's fine too, but I truly think it would be more beneficial for you to cook with me. The lady on the television said cooking is relaxing and a good way to unwind. And I promise, if it turns into a disaster, which it won't, we can order then. Do those terms sound acceptable to you, my dear? Very well. Let's go. Is there anything in particular you're craving? I was thinking about pasta. I won't be cooking the noodles from scratch, but I can make a rather nice sauce. I've memorized all the ingredients that were listed in the recipe. And whatever you don't have can be substituted for something else, or I can just leave it out. Do you think my eyes are just for show or something? I can see what you're doing, you know. Please put the phone down. I promise I can handle this. It looks like you have most of what was needed in the recipe. I must admit, putting the herbs and spices in little jars does make everything a lot more convenient. I haven't tasted most of these before, though. I wonder what this one tastes like. That was a lot spicier than I thought it was going to be. Will this really help improve the flavor of the sauce? I honestly don't care for spicy food in the slightest. Please put your phone away. I find it incredibly insulting that you don't trust me. I promise you, it'll be fine. And even if it ends up being a disaster, which again I can assure you it won't be, at least we'll have had fun cooking together. Now then, would you mind filling a pot with water? You can boil the pasta while I make the sauce. I just need to pour this tomato stuff into the pot, and then add and mix in everything else while it heats up. It sounds easy enough in theory. Please be careful near the fire. I don't want you to burn yourself. Of course I have faith in you. More than you have in me, anyway. But I can still worry about your safety. Anyway, I just need to remember to keep stirring so as to not burn anything. That sounds easy enough. While waiting for the water to boil, would you mind adding the seasoning to the sauce? And do be careful with the spice. The lady on the television said you only need a small amount. I'm still worried the sauce will end up being too spicy for my taste, but I can live with it. Humans and their tolerance for this stuff is rather frightening to me. I honestly can't understand why you willingly eat it. I still think about that ramen you had that one time. The smell alone brought tears to my eyes. It was kind of you to offer me a taste, but I feared it would have offended me. Why are you laughing? I'm serious. I truly believe that just a single bite from something that spicy would have been the end of me. Though, I am happy to see you in better spirits, so I suppose laughing at me is acceptable. That reminds me, would you like to talk about your day, my dear? If you do, I'm all ears, but I'll also understand if you don't want to. I see. That's rather unfortunate. The troubles of the modern world truly are endless, especially when it comes to work. Still, I'm sorry you had to deal with that, but I'm proud of you for handling it so well. I don't know what I would have done in your situation. I'm not very good at holding my tongue. And as I promised earlier, none of those issues will find you here. You're safe, and I will do my best to see that you are happy, my dear. After all, you make me happy, and I hope I can bring you the same happiness you bring me. Perhaps I'm just imagining it, but do you smell burning? Ah! Sauce! I forgot to keep stirring! Oh dear, do you think it's salvageable? I can always add something to mask the taste, right? It should be fine. I can fix this. Okay, fine. I know when to admit defeat. We can order food. We probably should have done that from the start, but I was confident that I could cook you something delicious. The lady on the television made it look so easy. Well, I suppose it was rather easy. I just got distracted. I promise I'll do better next time. Now then, How about you sit down and decide what to eat while I clean up? It's the least I can do after the trouble I caused. You can also pick out something for us to watch too if you like. Though I would like to stay away from shows and movies that are cooking related. Don't worry. I'll join you in a moment, my dear. Just go and relax. You deserve it. Oh, good. You're still here. You seem to understand how these sorts of things work better than I do. So I was wondering if you would help me. To start, I'd like for you to subscribe to this channel, whatever that means. And this next part is for the adults. I would like to invite you to visit patreon.com/Celesterra, and for those of you who would like something a little more personal, please refer to anagumi.com/commissions. Until we meet again.